सुप्रभातम सुस्वागतम. All four streams of yoga lead to the same goal. So also Bhakti Yoga, about which the 18 verses were chanted now. Bhakti Yoga is the science of emotion culture. How to harness our emotions, how to purify our emotions, and how we go to the source from where the emotions arise. That is the whole technology of Bhakti Yoga. Many people have misconceptions about Bhakti Yoga. They think unless you have absolute faith in a particular God, unless you go to a temple, or maybe a church or a mosque, you cannot be a bhakta. But in the 12th chapter of Bhagavad Gita and many chapters of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is very categorical to tell us that Bhakti Yoga is a science of emotion culture, how to deal with our emotions. It's a science. If you have faith in a God, perfectly fine. If you don't have faith, it's also equally fine. You may be a Nastika. You may say, I don't believe in God, I don't believe in religion. Absolutely fine. Just like modern science. In science, it enunciates the laws of the physical world. Similarly, the Bhakti Yoga enunciates the laws of emotions. It's a wonderful science. Unfortunately, in the whole of our education system, there is no component to deal with our emotions. We deal with our intellect. And we develop the power of concentration, more and more information. But how to deal with our emotions is not taught. As a result, what is happening? Depression, terrorism, student unrest, all the time the increase. As I was telling at the time, 8 years back when I was in Australia, in Sydney, Melbourne, other places, everywhere there's a big concern about depression. In such a beautiful, wonderful, multi-ethnic society as Australia, people were getting depressed. 30% of the teenagers suffering from depression. In an age where they should be bubbling with joy, enthusiasm, energy, vitality, they all become Gambis. What a shame. Why? Wrong education system. In education system, we never trained our students to deal with their emotions. That's the reason why we are suffering today. In America, gun culture has become so rampant. The drug culture, minor and major psychedelic drugs are consumed by every student before he completes the 10th class. Even the most conservative estimate of 1% people getting stuck with drugs, imagine how horrible will be the society. That's what is happening today. In the name of freedom, the students have turned into point license. They don't care for anything. They don't care for the parents. They don't care for the brothers, sisters, friends, or teachers, or professors. We are the independent, free birds of the society. We can do anything. They go and kill people like anything. Go to the super bazaar and show the gun and rob every super bazaar. Every owner of the super bazaar knows the realities, and they keep always $10, $15 to be given to them when they come with a gun, so that these people will go and have one more drug or a pill or a prick. Why? Because we have not taught them as to how to deal with emotions. They go uncontrolled. The kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya engross them and enslave them. That is the shame. So here is the secret. Here is the wonderful science as to how we deal with emotions. That is the Bhakti Yoga. अपने भावनाओं के ऊपर नियंत्रण लाना, भावनाओं को परिशुद्ध करना है, तभी हम आदि से मुक्त हो सकते हैं. आदि का मूल है, जड़ है कि ये भावनाओं के ऊपर अनियंत्रित भावनोद्वेग, काम, क्रोध, लोभ, मोह, मद, मत्सर अपने आप को पूरा से पूरा अपने काबू में रख लेता है। हम उसके ऊपर काबू पाने के बदले में भावनाओं अपने को स्लेव बना देता है। इसलिए होता क्या, आदि बन जाता है मनोमय कोश में। कल बता रहा था जैसा आदि से नीचे उतर कर व्याधि बनता है। आजकल के नए बीमारी का सब मूल है इधर मनोमय कोश में आदि। उसका कारण क्या है, भावनाओं के ऊपर नियंत्रण नहीं है। उसको परिशुद्ध करना, उसको साफ करना नहीं जानते हैं, यही उसका कारण है। इसलिए भक्ति योग आज के दुनिया के लिए बहुत ही आवश्यक है। कुछ लोग समझते हैं मैं भक्त होने के लिए भगवान के ऊपर विश्वास होना चाहिए, मंदिर जाना है या चर्च जाना है, किसी में जाना ही है, नहीं तो भक्ति योग नहीं कर सकते, भक्त नहीं बन सकते। ये गलत है। एक नास्तिक भी बहुत बड़ा भक्तिमान हो सकता है, क्योंकि ये विज्ञान है। ये विज्ञान क्या है, इसका रहस्य क्या है, 18 श्लोकों में हम अभी सुन लिया है, उसको समझने का प्रयास करेंगे। The first step to know these laws of emotion, is to understand ourselves, is to recognize the two personality traits with which we are made, the Daivi Sampat and Asuri Sampat. Asuri Sampat is our gross nature. Daivi Sampat is our wonderful divine virtues. What are these Asuri Sampat? Krishna describes. Dambho, Darpo, Himanascha, Kama, Krodho, Vivek. All this is mentioned there. The famous 6 enemies of man: Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. Anger, greed, jealousy, hatred, infatuation, arrogance. All of these Asuri Sampat. And they torture us, they enslave us. And that is the root cause for all the Adi here in the Manomaya Kosha. Because they make us act against what is right. That is the characteristic of Duryodhana. Duryodhana says, yes, I know what is right, I don't do right thing. I know what is wrong, I am drawn to do wrong things. Why? You become very angry, upset. You don't know what you have to do. You don't do right things, always you do wrong things. Therefore, Krishna is telling, please recognize that Asuri Sampati in you, Duryodhana within you, and Ravana within you, Kumbhakarna within you. Similarly, we must also recognize the Daivatva within us. The Daivi Sampat, magnanimity, love, service, sharing with others, control over ourselves, all good qualities that we can think of. That is Daivi Guna, that is Shri Rama within us. Sarvaguna Sampanna Shri Rama, as described in Ramayana. What character that is? Sharing and sharing. Tyaga, tyaga, tyaga. So recognize these dimensions which are inherently present in all of us. We are all made of these two main qualities, vices and virtues, divine virtues and demonic vices that we all have. In some, the Daivi Sampat is much more, Asuri Sampat is less. In some, Asuri Sampat is more, Daivi Sampat is less. And we have to recognize. Once we recognize, then half the work is done. We say recognition is half the solution. आपके अंदर के दैवत्व को ही पहचानना, आपको किस तरह से हम प्यार करना, त्याग करना, सबको देते जाना और प्रेम भाव जगाना और अपने इंद्रियों के ऊपर काबू रखना है। सब जो अच्छे गुण है, दैवी संपत्ति को बताया जाता है, इसको भी आपके अंदर देखना है। रावण, कुंभकर्ण और दुर्योधन को भी अंदर से देखना है। जो हमारा व्यक्तित्व विशेष है, उसी ढंग से आपके अंदर के श्री राम जो भगवान है, उसको भी देखना पड़ेगा। दोनों को देखो, बता रहा है कृष्ण भगवान इधर। जब तक हम ये दोनों को अंदर से पहचानते नहीं, तब आगे कैसे बढ़ सकते हैं? आपको रास्ता ही मालूम नहीं है तो कैसे आगे जा सकते हैं? पहले रास्ता किधर जाना, क्या जाना, उसका लक्ष्य क्या है, सबको समझना पड़ेगा। इसलिए कृष्ण भगवान पहले बोल रहे हैं कि दोनों को तुम अपने अंदर जो गुण है, दैवी संपत्ति, आसुरी संपत्ति, इसको पहचानना, देखना, बताने के बाद क्या करना? कृष्ण भगवान बोल रहे हैं दैवी संपत्ति के ओर जाना, आसुरी संपत्ति को Hatana. So what is to be done? Having recognized the two features, the demonic vices and the divine virtues, develop your divine virtues within us. Sri Rama has to be projected. Rama has to be expressed. Rama has to be brought forth in our life more and more, more and more. All good qualities should start coming within us. And the Asuri Sampad should be brought down. Usko hatana. Why do you say Daivi Sampad is good? Why do you say that Asuri Sampad is bad? No, you have to understand the science behind it. Why do you say this is good? Why do you say it is bad? This has to be understood. Anything that binds you, anything that enslaves you, anything that makes you deteriorate is bad. Anything that takes you up, anything that frees you, makes you more and more free, anything that takes you towards the ultimate goal of total freedom and absolute bliss are good. The definition good and bad have been described by Krishna there. Daivi sampad vimokshaya nibandhaya asuri mata. Why do you care asuri mata is bad? Because it binds you. Nibandha. No? So therefore it enslaves you. We all know. When you become very angry, very upset, how enslaved we are. What all actions you do, essentially will be wrong. Therefore please understand why do we call it as bad, why do we call it as good. For example, people think smoking is very bad in our country. But in America people started smoking. 1960s, everybody was smoking and smoking. And in India also, our youngsters and all other people started asking, what is wrong in smoking? And look at America, such a big country, it's an advanced country, and 98% of the people smoke, even the ladies also smoke, 99% of the ladies smoke. What is wrong in smoking? Where did they start smoking here? What happened after 20 years today? At that time I remember, when I used to live in US, everywhere if somebody is not smoking, they will say, hey, old horse, what is this, what is this? They will look at that. Now what has happened? Exactly reverse. If anybody is smoking, they will look at him. What is happening? He's not modern, he's old. No? He doesn't understand. Why? How did this happen? How did this big change happen in spite of the tremendous billions and billions of dollars industry of tobacco? It all happened because of the science, the knowledge. People understood smoking leads to lung cancer. And therefore, it is very bad. If you want to prevent cancer, lung cancer, you have to stop smoking. Even passive inhalation of smoke is bad. They understood. Therefore, in the house, if parents are smoking, then the children will come. Papa, we don't want that you should smoke because you are going to suffer from cancer. But in spite of it, the papa, the father doesn't herald. If they don't stop, then the students say, in front of us, you cannot smoke. And we'll go away from the house. They went away from the house, started living separately. This is how the reactions and responses to science came up. And therefore, if you understand the science, transformation will occur. And the whole society changed. What was considered to be absolutely bad, good, very thrilling, very exciting, was all considered to be hazardous. And they found smoking is absolutely bad, it has to be banned. So what is the base behind it? Anything that brings in disease for you, anything that makes you miserable, anything that binds you, anything that enslaves you is bad. Anything that promotes your health, anything that brings more and more happiness to you, bliss unto you, and makes you grow to a better human being, it is good. This is the definition of good and bad. And Krishna goes one step further, saying that anything that frees you, that takes you towards absolute freedom, is good. Anything that binds you is bad. This is what we have to understand. So we have to find out whether any action that we are doing is binding us or it is helping us to grow. If it is helping us to grow, it is good. If it is binding, if it is enslaving, if it is making you more miserable, if your asthma is aggravating, if the hypertension is aggravating, something wrong. So I have to stop that. So this is the good and bad of the personality traits that we have. We have to change from bad to good. That's what we have to do. That's what Krishna is telling. Uddharet atmana atmanam na atmanam avasadayet. Use all the freedom and the power that you have inside to improve yourself day by day. Uddharet. You develop yourself and become great human being, superhuman being, divine human being, rather than going down into the animal level, is telling. Atmanam na avasadayet. Please don't allow yourself to deteriorate. Don't suffer. Why you have to suffer? God has given you freedom. Either you can go this way or you can go this way. Go this way to elevate yourself, develop yourself, be happier and have a wonderful life without disease, without misery, without this thing and full of happiness. Don't go into this line. Oh, our Subbu got 500 rupees now. Cultural fund. All of you bring mobile. And any mobile that rings, 500 rupees you have to donate to cultural fund. We have got a lot of festivals now coming. Therefore our Subbu wants more and more funds for the cultural fund. So you bring mobile and then ring it. If the mobile rings, one ring, 500 rupees only. You can donate more. Okay? So today he got 500 rupees. So Daivi Sampad Vimokshaya, Vibandhaya Asuri Mata. अपने आप को उद्धार करो, नीचे अवनति की ओर नहीं लो, ऐसा कृष्ण भगवान बोल रहा है। कैसा लेना? अपने अंदर के दैवी गुण जो है, दैवत्व जो है, श्री राम जो है, उसको ऊपर उठाना, उसको व्यक्त करना जीवन में। इसके बदले में हम क्या करते हैं? अपने काम, क्रोध, लोभ, मोह, मद, मात्सर्य से तंग होकर उसी में फंस जाते हैं, उससे बाहर नहीं आ सकते। तो इसलिए बोल रहा है कि तुम अपने दैवी संपत्ति को उठाओ ऊपर। पता है, यह है इसका अंदर का विज्ञान का रहस्य। कैसा करना? How to do this thing? How to develop our Daivi Sampad? The next question that comes. And how to convert even the gross desire into a divine virtue is the secret that he gives next. First we must all make a resolve. We must make a sankalpa. That yes, from today onwards, I am going to develop the good qualities in me. All divine virtues are going to develop in me. And consciously do 5 good every day 5 good service activities. What particular thing you do doesn't matter. Krishna says, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam Yo me bhaktya prayachasi. You can give 1 cup of water to an elderly person, or you can go there and serve, or you can bring a flower and give it, or even a small leaf can be brought and given. If you can give money, there are various types of danas that are available. Annadana, Swasthidana, Godana, Merigoda, danas are available. You can contribute to that here. So, in very forum, give and give and give. If you can't do anything, give a beautiful smile. And appreciate with the good things. Seeing the good in people who are doing very hard work, appreciate them. That is an act of service. So if you can write down every day in the night before you go to sleep, how many good activities you did, how many good service things that you did, then you start changing yourself. Your habits will start changing. You must make a conscious effort to change. If you don't give a conscious faculty, if you don't use your inner freedom, then we'll be where we are. That's what's happening to us. We don't want to change. Habits die hard, we say. Therefore, we remain in the same habits, same level. 5 years over, 10 years over, no improvement, no change. So therefore, consciously we must use. Yoga is a conscious process to accelerate our growth process, as Swami Vivekananda said. भक्ति योग में क्या करना? रोज आपके अंदर के दैवी गुण को बाहर निकालना। कैसा निकालना? रोज 5 छोटे छोटे भी हो सकता है, अच्छा काम करो। कैसा हो सकता है? एक फल देना, नहीं तो फूल देना, नहीं तो पानी देना, नहीं तो किसी को जाकर सर्व करना, और किसी को अच्छे ढंग से मुस्कान से बातचीत करना, और अच्छे जो गुण हम देखते हैं उसको अप्रिशिएट करना। किसी ढंग से कर सकते हैं। अलग अलग तरीके का दान हो सकता है। अन्नदान, एक आदमी के पास भूखा मर रहा है, उसको अन्न दे दिया, बहुत अच्छा है। अच्छा काम है, दैवी गुण है। विद्यादान, जिसके पास अज्ञान है, उसके पास विद्या नहीं है, अविद्या है, उसको विद्या देना बहुत अच्छा है, क्योंकि वो विद्या से अपने आप वो खड़ा हो सकता है अपने पैर के ऊपर, इसलिए वो भी दे सकते हैं। उससे भी आगे जाकर एक आदमी को स्वास्थ्य देना, बहुत बीमारी है, आस्मा है, डायबिटीज है, हाइपरटेंशन है, अलग अलग बीमारी है, उसको योग मार्ग से उसको ठीक कराना, वो भी बहुत अच्छा काम है। सबसे अच्छा काम है ज्ञान देना। जिसके पास ज्ञान नहीं है, ज्ञान है, उसको ज्ञान देना, ज्ञान योग देना, भक्ति योग, राजयोग, कर्म योग, ये जो बता रहे हैं इसको ज्ञान दान बोलते हैं। अध्यात्म विद्या विद्यानाम बताया। सबसे बड़ा दान क्या है? ये अध्यात्म विद्या को देना है, योग विद्या को देना है। इस ढंग से, किसी ढंग से आप देख सकते हैं, अलग अलग तरीके के आप कर सकते हैं, परंतु करना है क्या करना? रोज रात को बैठ के अपने डायरी में लिखना है। एक डायरी लेना, कितना अच्छा काम किया मैं आज, कम से कम 5, छोटा भी हो सकता है, बड़ा भी हो सकता है, जो भी हो, उसको 5 अच्छा काम करना रोज दूसरों के लिए। यदि ऐसा शुरुआत हुई हमारे यहाँ, बहुत ऊपर जा सकते हैं। हाउ टू कन्वर्ट ए ग्रॉस इमोशन लाइक ग्रीड into a divine virtue? He gives the next. Convert all your gross desires, greed into prema. He says, kama has to be converted into prema. What is kama? Kama is desire. So we have certain desires. Somebody else also has the same desire. Then we become good friends. You also like masala dosa, I also like masala dosa, we become masala dosa friends. You like gulab jamun, she also likes gulab jamun, both of us become gulab jamun friends. And he likes Carnatic music, she also likes Carnatic music, they become Carnatic music friends. The friendship develops on common desires, common likes. Similarly, persons can become friends on common dislikes also. I don't like her, he also doesn't like her, we become good friends. I remember that once I was traveling in train to Delhi. In our bogie, there was one person who went on criticizing Indira Gandhi. It was 1973-74. Everybody was keeping quiet in the bogie. But somebody was going across from the other bogie, walking across. He came, he sat, and he went on adding fuel to fire. He will tell one thing, he will tell another thing, he will tell another thing, went on and on. They become such great friends. All 43 hours of travel up to Delhi, they were together. Friendship on common dislikes, likes and dislikes. We all have, but we become friends based on our likes and dislikes. This is called kama, the first level, gross friendship. What characterizes this friendship is always expectation of a return. Today I am going to give you a big party. I hope you will also give another party in a few days. I will take you a nice restaurant and give you nice food of your choice. And I expect that you also take me and give me a food of my choice some other day. I will wait. If you don't give me a party, then I will see, what? He is a friend? What is this? I have done such a nice thing, he is not taking me thing. I will wait for a few more days. Okay, once more I will give. This time also if he doesn't return, then friendship is gone. No more friendship. This is the feature of the gross friendship, called kama. The grossest aspect of desire-based association. So what Krishna says is, from here you raise yourself to prema. Prema is the real friendship. A friend in need is friend indeed, as the proverb goes. Go on giving and giving and giving without expecting anything in return. You give a party, but don't expect that he will give you a party. You give clothes, you give food, you give and give and give. Don't expect anything in return. This is called prema. So, equation, the law of prema is prema equals kama plus tyaga. Giving and giving without expecting anything in return. Imagine if prema bhava comes in the society. What a fantastic society it will be. Everybody giving and giving and giving. Instead of grabbing and grabbing and grabbing. Everything for me, everything for me, everything for me has become the order of the day today. Any amount of money I have, still I want more money. What is the root cause for all these scams that we are seeing? 2G and 3G scams. People are talking about thousands of crores, lakhs of crores. What a shame. Why? All due to this asuri sampan. लालचीपन. लालचीपन से इतना भयानक दृश्य हम देख रहे हैं. सब मेरे लिए कितना भी पैसा हो, सिर्फ ही ज्यादा चाहिए. करोड़ों में बातचीत करते थे पहले करप्शन में, आजकल करोड़ों नहीं, हजारों करोड़ नहीं, लाखों करोड़ का हो गया. क्या हो रहा है? लालचीपन का ऐसा सीमा ही नहीं. ज्यादा जितना ज्यादा था उससे भी ज्यादा हो रहा है. क्यों? इसका मूल कारण क्या है? इसको बोलता है काम, लालचीपन. ये लालचीपन को कैसा बदलना है? ये लालचीपन से क्या हो रहा है? हम देख रहे हैं कितना बहुत बीमारियां बढ़ रहा है. इसलिए कृष्ण भगवान बोल रहे हैं लालचीपन से आगे बढ़ो और प्रेम भाव अपने अंदर जगाओ. यही दैवत्व का है. If supposing everybody is under prema bhava, giving more, then do we need courts? Do we need judges? Do we need police station? Do we need all the defense things? If in the entire world, if everybody is full of prema bhava, giving, do you need any courts? We had such ideal society. Vijayanagara Empire was such a fantastic thing. Everybody was giving. Does something exist today? Yes, even today it exists. In Himachal Pradesh we went. Parampura is a beautiful place. There is no thefts. And all doors are open. They don't lock their houses. We went for a program there about 8 years back. And we were staying in a hotel and we had to go for a program. And we had kept our laptop, everything. Then we were asking, where is the key? Then they said, sir, here we don't have a habit of locking, but if you want, we will give you the lock. Right? This is wonderful. If it is so, why should we lock? So we went and then came back. Everything was in the same place, everything split plan. Not even a small thing was lost. Then we went for a nice lunch to somebody's house. We went about 10 minutes early. In the house, the whole house was open. Nobody was inside. One of the neighboring persons said, you were expected to come at 1 o'clock. You have come to 15 minutes early. Please be seated. And they had just gone to bring some more things, special sweets they have gone to bring. So they will be there. All houses like that. How wonderful the world will be. This is the Adarsha Samaj. This is the ideal society that we have to build. Giving, if that happens. And why the courts are necessary? Sometimes it becomes necessary. There is an interesting case. A farmer bought a land, about 5 acres land from another farmer. Then he started plowing. Then his plow hit and made a sound. What is this? Nice sound. He dug the whole thing and found a big vessel. Big vessel full of gold coins. What normally we would have done, we would have been very happy and kept the whole thing. But what did he do? Immediately he took that, went to that other farmer, said, don't do all these things. Take your gold vessel that you have hidden in your land. Take it back. I don't want your property to me. This farmer said, what? You got golden coins. You got a vessel full of golden coins. How lucky you are. It is yours. It is not mine. This fellow says, no, I have not paid any money for this thing. I paid only 2,000 rupees for your land. And this cost 2 lakhs. So I cannot take this. I cannot accept this. Come on, it's yours. You are lucky. You had this thing. This fellow says, no. When I made the will, I made the land documents, all the land and all that is contained in the land belongs to you. It doesn't belong to me. Therefore, you have to take back. I cannot take it back. The small quarrel broke. What to do? Both of them went to the court. And the judge was in a fix. What to do? To whom we had to give. And he scratched his head and then tried what to do. And he thought, hey, do you have a son? Hey, do you have a daughter? Marry them and give this to them. This is the way the judgment were given. How fantastic can be the ideal social orders if only we can bring prema. The first step in Bhakti Yoga. If only we can bring the first step of Bhakti Yoga into our lives, you have wonderful ideal societies can be built, and peace, harmony, love, everything will start coming, and diseaseless societies can be built. Full of joy, wonderful thing. Such is the ideal society that we have built in our land, which have to rebuild again. And that's where we should move. Therefore, if Bhakti Yoga can be practiced in all of us, each one of us, if we can take and start practicing this Bhakti Yoga, the first step, not even the higher steps of Bhakti and surrender and other things, just at this level if you start, then we create an ideal Bharat. Bharat can again go to the pinnacles of its glory and bring many, many, many more parampuras everywhere. And that is the one that this wonderful science gives us. Let's contemplate on these thoughts. Sit straight. आंख बंद करके सीधा बैठिए और ध्यान करेंगे. शरीर को पूरा से पूरा शिथिल करना. मुस्कान के साथ गहराई सांस लेंगे, धीरे से सांस छोड़ेंगे. मन शांत होने देंगे. Beautiful smile on the face, relaxed body. Take a deep breath and slowly breathe out. Let us look into ourselves and see how much of Asuri Sampat and Daivi Sampat we all possess. Can we make a sankalpa today, a resolve today to promote our Daivi Sampat for our own good, for our own health, for our own wonderful, blissful living, happy living, peaceful living, and are also building up ideal Bharat. By developing ourselves, we build the entire country. Every day, 5 acts of good service. Writing a diary. एक आज ऐसा अच्छा संकल्प करेंगे कि रोज 5 अच्छे काम करूंगा, करूंगी और मेरे डायरी में लिखूंगी और उससे मेरा परिवर्तन होगा. आसुरी संपत्ति दैवी संपत्ति के ओर भक्ति योग शुरुआत होगी. भक्ति योग के सुंदर तीर्थ यात्रा में हम अग्रसर बनेंगे. कामनाओं को प्रेम में परिवर्तन करने का सरल उपाय है अच्छा काम. पत्रम पुष्पम फलम तोयम तो में भक्त्या प्रयच्छसि, प्रेम से देंगे. एक लोटा पानी दीजिए, कोई बात नहीं. मुस्कान से मुस्कान को आप अभिव्यक्त कीजिए. बहुत अच्छा शब्द से दूसरों के अंदर के दैवत्व को आप पहचान लीजिए. देखते जाइए दैवत्व को सब जगह. अच्छा काम करना, अच्छा काम करना. That is the real growth from mortality to immortality, from unreality to reality, from darkness to light. That is the one that brings wonderful peace, harmony and love in the society, devoid of all diseases and devoid of all miseries. Namaskaram Mudra. Om Asato